There we go. Oh yeah, sorry. Sorry, everybody saw everything.
That's
all
okay.
the secrets. We're just welcoming this. Right now, this is just us killing time until we finally decide we're actually going to start for real.
I think we're going to start for real right now.
Are we going to start for real? All right,
Let's do it.
Do the welcome before they actually see us, though. Do the whole welcome and then say welcome to the.
Is that what I have to do?
That's what we're going to do.
All right, here we go. We are so excited. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the 2020 Virtual
Champions of Education Breakfast. Wait for it. Virtual.
Good morning, everybody. Hello, welcome. We are so happy to have everybody here.
What's happening?
Yeah, for the Champions of Education Breakfast.
Virtual.
Well, we are doing things, obviously, just a little bit differently. First of all, for our breakfast, we don't actually have any breakfast. That's a little different.
Someone brought breakfast.
There's some breakfast.
Joe Gilly brought breakfast.
He did. So
it's hard to say bought breakfast.
Yes.
He bought and brought.
He did. So hopefully you have a cup of coffee and a bagel, and you're ready to have some fun and help us out, because we are here to support the Delray Chamber Education Fund, and we're going to tell you all about that this morning. We're going to try and keep it short. We know everybody is busy. We're going to try and keep it to 45 minutes today, so we better get on with it. But first, I would like to welcome all of our amazing champions, our principals, and this is where we would normally have loud round of applause. So hopefully from your office or your
this is how they do it. This is how they do it in the virtual world.
Yes.
You move over a little bit so you don't hit me in the face with
with your thing. We want to thank our principals and teachers and students, and everybody is going back to school. We know it's challenging times, so you guys are amazing. Welcome to our chamber members and our guests and everybody who is joining us today.
Who are we?
Who are we? We're going to just explain very quickly why we are here. Again, we said things are a little different, so who are we?
We're a little different.
Why are we wearing goggles? What's going on today? So I am Riley Rome, and this is Kenny Mikey, and we are with Page Turner Adventures.
We are Page Turner Adventures.
We are Page Turner Adventures. And we do shows and videos and virtual programming for children, for schools and libraries and theaters all around the country. But, we had to do a big pivot. That's the word of the year. We had to do a big pivot this summer. When every single live show was canceled.
That was me pivoting.
That's your big pivot. Thank you. That's more of a spin than a pivot, but that's okay. When all of our live shows canceled, we had to do a big pivot, and we did a virtual summer reading program right here on this stage. We are coming to you live from our set where we did our entire virtual summer reading program from the stage of the Crust Theater at Old School Square right here in beautiful downtown Delray Beach. So
we're actually from Lake Worth. We're not from, but we live up in Lake Worth, although we pretty much live down here.
We live here now. We kind of live at this theater right now because
we got married on this stage in this theater.
Not this summer. That was a while ago.
Not this summer. And we didn't marry the theater.
I think we're 45 minutes already.
We're done.
Just us chatting.
All right.
So anyway, we created an entire virtual summer reading program because reading is so important, especially over the summer, to keep kids on grade level. But when everything stopped, we decided to go virtual. So here we are on our set. We're going to be doing things from here this morning.
There's another part over here you can't even see.
No, they can't see it. But behind me, we have something that we use. This is our
Once Upon a Time Machine.
This is something that we use to travel in and out of stories with kids. I actually play the character of Paige Turner, who is a storyologist. We transform kids into storyologists, and our motto is, when you read, every day is an adventure. So we might use that today. We'll see what happens.
We're going to transform guests in and out of this show.
We might. But what we are going to do is start. That's what we're going to do.
Let's do it.
You ready?
How are we starting?
Well, actually, to start, we're going to just do a quick little icebreaker. We're going to do some trivia. We want to see if everybody out there, how much you know about the Palm Beach County School District and about Delray Beach in general. Because you tune in like
We got, there we go. We can win prizes. Don't mute camera 3, though. I don't know what happened there. We still have music going on camera 3.
We'll just pretend there's music. Okay, so yeah, I forgot the raffle. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
So very important. At the end of today's breakfast, we'll just keep calling it breakfast, even though there's no actual
All right.
breakfast. At the end of the breakfast, we're going to have a raffle with amazing prizes. Everybody should have gotten a raffle ticket, and we'll do a drawing at the end. You must be here. You must be on the Zoom at the end to win a prize. So please stick with us till the very end. We have amazing prizes. We have an Amanda Perna bag that I have my eye on. It's beautiful. We have 2 tickets to the Honda Classic, and we have a staycation from Delray Sands. So it's pretty awesome. But right now, before we do those prizes, we're going to do something else. Just a quick little trivia game where you can also win a prize. So what we're going to do is, if you know the answer, you can just put it into the chat or into the, yeah, I guess it's the chat right there on screen. We're going to give you a few seconds to answer, and then Stephanie is out in the audience. She is going to be collecting all of those correct answers.
She has a computer, so she reads things. She's not just out in the audience taking a nap. I mean, she's doing stuff.
Yeah, so she's going to be collecting the answers and putting those into a hat. And at the end, when we do our raffle, we're going to draw a prize. We sort of did this out of the blue, so we didn't have a prize. So I have a prize.
We got a prize right over here?
So the prize is going to be a book that I actually wrote. Can I tell you?
We didn't write it specifically for this event, but you know.
No, but it is a book about reading and libraries called Such a Library. It is a picture book. I will autograph that for the winner. I do have a different name in the book, so don't let that confuse you. I published under a different name. But if you don't want the book, if you happen to win it, you don't want it, we will happily donate that to one of the 8 schools here in Delray Beach who benefit from today's breakfast. So that is what everything is going to, amazing programs and all different kinds of initiatives to help those 8 schools. So very quickly, let's get to it.
Well, let's play some trivia. Go to Skip. There we go.
There we go. Oh, we have to go over here. All right, now we're in a totally different
spot.
Weird how that
We
happened.
used that transition to go to a totally different spot, but now we're actually going to go back to the computer over there because we're on the trivia.
Okay.
We've got the questions.
So if you know the answer, just type it into the chat. We'll collect that. We'll just give you a few seconds at the end of each question. Don't worry, they are quick. So again, a little bit of Palm Beach County School District trivia. Here we go. The Palm Beach County School District is one of the largest districts in the country. Is it the A, 3rd largest, B, 10th largest, C, 16th largest, or D, 25th largest school district? Here we go. Give it a few seconds. What do you think?
I see Stephanie furiously writing names down over there.
Right,
She looks a little mad. That's why she's furious.
Do you know the correct? Give me the correct answer, Stephanie. You know the
She knows the
correct
correct
answer.
answer. That's good. So just a few more seconds. Get those answers that you get extra raffle.
Well, we're going to put all the correct answers will go into a drawing that we will do at the end to win the book. All right, so the correct answer, Stephanie, are we good? We're going to cut it off right now. I'm going to give the correct answer. Here we go. The correct answer is C. You're going in the hat.
Woohoo!
Right.
Go in the hat.
Now, I actually didn't know this, but the Palm Beach County School District is also the biggest employer in all of Palm Beach County, which is amazing. And there are 12,947 teachers and 176,000 students. And here's our next question.
All right.
How many buses are used to transport all of those students in the Palm Beach County School District? How many buses are used? Is it A, 50, B, 250, C, 7,542 buses, or D, 915 buses?
Get those answers in. The more people that answer, the faster Stephanie has to write, and the funnier we think it is. She's laughing too, which makes it even doubly hard. Oh, no. Oh, they are coming in fast. This is for a brand new car. And we'll also autograph your car if you want.
All right, here we go. Are we good, Stephanie? We're cutting it off. All right,
All right, we're
Here we
cutting it
go.
off. No more answers, please. Put your pens down.
The answer is. Which is also amazing. The graduation rates in Palm Beach County are 91.6%. That is our graduation rate here in Palm Beach County.
You know why?
Incredible. What?
The buses bring the kids to
They
the
get
schools.
the kids to the schools, which is important.
I don't know.
Although
if that one
right
thing
now we're still virtual.
Oh yeah, that's not happening. We're still virtual.
Okay, we're just going to go on to just a couple quick questions about Delray Beach, because we are here, we're celebrating Delray Beach, and we have some trivia. Let's see if you know this.
If you notice, all the pictures are of reading champions. And,
is it?
And that's reading champion Fluffy.
Okay, very nice. I don't have any cat questions, unfortunately.
Okay.
All right, here we go. What year did SD Spady Elementary School open its doors? Is that A, 1925, B, 1913, C, 1929, or D, 1932? 1925, 1913, 1929, or 1932? Stephanie, I'm sorry we didn't actually give you the correct answers to know, but you have
Oh, she does have them. Very nice. That's why she knew the first one. She just knows that.
All right, here we go.
You gotta wait. Everyone's right. You're right over there.
All right.
I know we're trying to tell time, but people want to. Come on.
There we go.
Boom. Done. All right.
All right. We're done.
Cutting
Cutting it off. All right.
Oh, wait, go back to the other thing I forgot.
The answer is. Interesting, you know, we're at the Crest Theater at Old School Square. It is an Old School Square because this was an old school. So this was Delray Beach Elementary. This one was built in 1913. So that's not one of our trivia questions, but you know.
And this is the original historic backdrop they had with our logo on it. So weird that we're here today.
Strange, yes. All right, one more question. This is it. And then we have amazing entertainment coming up in just 1 minute. We'll just do another quickie. Here we go. What year did Delray Beach win the All-America City Award for measurable progress in third grade level reading? Is that A, 1929, B, 1988, C, 2000, or D, 2017? Again, what year did Delray Beach win the All-America City Award? That is a huge, amazing award for measurable progress in third grade level reading.
The guy who bought our donuts has something to do with it, too. Looking at me.
All right, 1929, 1988, 2000, 2017. This is our last question. Here we go. Think about it.
Stephanie's over there writing her own name in a bunch of times. You can't do that. All right. I think we're cutting it off, Steph.
Here we go. This is it. This is our last one. It is.
Well, for all those of you who got that right, congratulations. For all those who got that wrong,
all right.
better luck next time.
We are going to do the drawing at the end when we do the raffle. Again, to win any of the prizes, you have to be on the Zoom all the way to the end. Coming up, we're going to get to you very quickly because he's over there sweating. So we have such an amazing performer coming up. We are so, so excited. Some of you guys, many of you know him and have seen him. He's hilarious. So here we have, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the comedic stylings of SARS.
Here I am in my safe room. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I've made measurable progress since my early days of the pandemic when I had just a mask. But the mask, I couldn't breathe. So I decided that I would construct an entire room where I could be without having to worry about upsetting anybody or getting any germs. I mean, after all, I grew up with payphones, you understand? Payphones had 365,000 communicable diseases just in the receiver. And we didn't have any Purell or Lysol or disinfectants. We didn't have anything like that. All you had with a payphone was your shirt. Now, for those of you who don't know what a payphone is, most of you are walking around with a phone in your hand, but it was a rectangular machine that took round metal We called them coins back in the old days, before we had measurable progress in third grade reading. Way before then. We had round coins, and you put it in there, and you risked your life by taking the phone receiver and there was no Purell, and nothing happened to you. Nothing. You went to the doctor. There was a time when you actually went to a doctor. Not urgent care, not an ambulance. You went to a doctor. A doctor was a lovely, educated person in a lab coat with a stethoscope, smoking a cigarette. And you went to see them, and usually you had to wait because they were very, very busy, because there were a lot of people just coming there to make sure that they were still alive. And they had magazines on a table, and the magazines were usually from the mid-1800s, way before measurable progress in third grade reading in Delray. And all of the magazines were infected with all of the diseases that everyone that had ever been to that doctor's office had picked up the magazine, and you sat there and you read the magazine and you licked your finger and you turned the page, and nothing happened to you. Now, for those of you who don't remember, a magazine is a booklet of pictures and writing. It used to get sent to people's homes, and people would read them. Today, you just swipe and swipe. That's how you date. That's how you look for a dress. You just swipe. I remember bowling. We went bowling, the filthiest activity known to man. I'm telling you, you walked in, and they gave you shoes even a homeless person wouldn't wear, and you had to rent them. And you put on these filthy shoes, and you were in a hurry because you had to find a ball. So now you put on your filthy shoes, no Purell, no Lysol, no disinfectant, no wipes. Then you went to find a ball, and you handled a ball that everyone in the Western Hemisphere had touched, and you stuck your fingers in the holes to try and get a ball. And now you've handled filthy balls, you've handled filthy shoes, and now you go to bowl, and someone comes over and offers you food in a filthy place. And they say, how you doing? Would you like something to eat? And you say, well, what are my choices? And they say, well, we have a hot dog that's been on a wire carousel rotating since the Eisenhower administration. Eisenhower was president long before there was measurable progress in third grade reading in Delray. And basically, they offered you a hot dog with a puddle under it of undiscernible liquid. Or you could get nachos in fluorescent neon cheese, or they offered you French fries. So your best choice was French fries. And so now, after handling the filthy shoes and the filthy bowling balls, now you were eating French fries after going to the doctor's office and making a payphone call. And nothing happened to you. People asked me if I was the class clown. I actually wasn't actually the class clown. I opened for him. Because the teacher would say, if I hear one more sound, who do you think the kid was that went, nah! Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen.
More trivia.
Sarge!
Is there more trivia?
There's no more trivia.
No more trivia.
All right, well, I'll go back in the time machine and see if I can come up with something better for later.
All right.
Love you guys.
All right.
All right.
Thank you, Sarge. Oh my goodness.
Ladies and gentlemen, Sarge, right over there.
How are we supposed to follow that?
Everyone who's here can clap for Sarge. Come on, I don't care what you're doing, except for the guy that's wiping down Sarge's microphone. That is very, very important here.
Joe Gilly has become our production assistant. He's in charge of wiping down the mic, so don't worry.
Oh, how the mighty have fallen.
We're sanitizing the microphone. So that was amazing. Thank you, Sarge. We will see Sarge again towards the end. So again, do not go away. You don't want to miss Sarge again at the end, and we will be doing our drawing.
Sarge, just for the record, we've got some intro music. All the guests, by the way, we have some intro music for you. Wait till the intro music stops. I'll try and make it, but I got a little.
Are you directing everybody off stage while we're doing? Okay, can I introduce the next guest?
It's only 15 seconds.
All right.
Next guest.
Here we go. So we are very excited to have our next guest come through. But again, we are trying to socially distance. So we are going to actually, I think we will bring her through the
we will bring her through the Once Upon a Time machine.
Through the Once Upon a Time machine.
I have intro music for her too. She's going to love it. I hope.
I hope.
I have not cleared the intro music with anybody.
Okay. So we have from the Delray Chamber, from the chair of the board of directors, please welcome Noreen Payne.
Wonder Woman, Wonder Woman. All the world is waiting for you.
Grab the microphone, put it on the yellow right there.
Good morning, everybody. So excited to be here. I want to give a quick welcome to all of our chamber members, our guests, our principals, and our teachers today. If you'll bear with me, I'd like to also give you a quick update on our Chamber of Commerce. On behalf of our chamber and Stephanie Immelman and her team of, let's see, we've got Angel, we've got Tiffany, we've got Lynn, we've got Lorraine, and we've got Carolina working hard on behalf of our chamber members in our community. Wanted to share with you that even during this COVID-19 environment, our membership is growing exponentially, and we hope if you're not involved that you'll consider joining us and become a member of our Chamber of Commerce. Now that we're in phase 2, we're really hoping to start seeing some of you all in person. So stay tuned for some of those updates. While we're waiting to meet in person, wanted you to know that we are meeting weekly, daily, every other day virtually. We have every Tuesday webinars to help you do your business and help you with things such as legal advice and how to keep your staff motivated and so many other amazing things to help you in your business. Please join us on those webinars. I also want to share with you that Delray Morning Live is going strong Wednesday mornings at 8:30 with Amanda and Ryan. So please join us and watch Delray Morning Live Wednesday mornings. Also, there's virtual networking via Business and Bagels. The next one's going to be September 17th at 8 a.m. So networking opportunities as well. It's what we're known for, so consider joining us. An event on September 26th. We're all home quarantining right now, and we've been going through our closets and storage, and we've got so many documents that we're coming across that we need to shred. So join us here actually at Old School Square on September 26th. I think it's 9 to 12. Bring a box full of any documents, paperwork that you want to shred for the Red Shredder event, 9 to 12, September 26th. It's only $5 a box. Can't beat doing that. We got to shred those documents these days. And finally, mark your calendars for Delray Reads, happening October the 29th. A favorite event here in Delray Beach business community steps up and gets involved for Delray Reads. So look for that happening October 29th. So lots happening. Please join us. We'd love to have you. So that's the update for the Chamber of Commerce. Now it's my pleasure to introduce our keynote speaker. We have Ralph Smith, the Managing Director of the National Campaign for Grade Level Reading.
Good morning. I'm really delighted to have been invited to join you this morning. It gives me an opportunity to say thank you. Thank you to all of you here in Delray Beach who have supported the campaign for grade level reading from the very beginning. We have benefited a great deal from your leadership, from your talent, from the time you've expended, and from the stories you've been able to tell for us, about us, and most importantly, about your work. This campaign has grown. As the map shows, we are now 350 communities in 45 states, the U.S. Virgin Islands, Puerto Rico, and new provinces in Canada. This would not have happened without you, and once again, I say thank you. I am here today to ask you to join us as the campaign for grade level reading steps up to what we have identified as the Learning Loss Recovery Challenge. I'm hoping that Delray Beach will work with us and walk with us as we implore campaign communities across the country to take this seriously and to build a narrative other than one that will make the most vulnerable children a long-lasting casualty of COVID-19. Our effort will involve 3 interrelated, intertwined, and complementary initiatives. First, we intend to launch a network-wide outreach and messaging campaign designed to build consensus that this learning loss is a significant problem, to build a sense of urgency about the existential threat that learning loss of this magnitude poses to the prospects of early school success for these children. And thirdly, to build informed demand about what will be necessary to slow, stop, and then reverse learning loss. Our second initiative will work with local communities such as Delray Beach, to ensure deep stakeholder engagement in the development and the implementation of plans that go beyond reopening schools, plans that will ensure that every child and every household has access to the internet, plans that will take account of the fact that our youngest children who did not get a full year of Head Start and did not get a full year of kindergarten will enter first grade lacking many of the skills that they needed for school. Plans that will acknowledge that teachers and parents, like most of us, are not digital natives and will need significant help and technical assistance if we are to be prepared for a future that will rely, at least in part, on digital learning and teaching, and plans that will recognize that parents are essential partners, that parents are co-producers of good outcomes for their children, and that parents need to be involved in every aspect of their children's learning, as well as learning loss recovery. And our third initiative also is a community-wide consciousness-raising effort to have us all agree that schools and our existing notions of schooling will be woefully inadequate to turn this curve, and that learning will have to be owned by all of us. And this initiative, which we call Learning Happens Everywhere, seeks to create a community culture that is built on the exemplary work already being done across the country by some public housing developers, by pediatric offices, by laundromats and barbershops, who are stepping up to realize that every transaction and every interaction with a child is a teachable moment and a learning opportunity, and one we must organize to seize. This learning happens everywhere may end up being one of the most important developments coming out of this unfortunate experience we call the pandemic. The challenge before us is what we do to write the narrative we want to tell 5 years from now and a decade from now. Whether we want a narrative that will lament the fact that we were doing well, but COVID-19 came along, set us back, and derailed the future of a generation of children. Or a narrative that will say, we did what we needed to do to ensure that this initial setback from COVID-19 was not a permanent setback. Moreover, it inspired us to do even more than we were doing before. And we have a generation of children on the way to high school graduation, on a pathway out of poverty, and that we are proud of what we did. That's the choice we have, and I'm hoping that together we can make the campaign for grade level reading a vehicle for the affirmative narrative and an opponent of the other. Thanks so much. I really appreciate the invitation, and I'm looking forward to having a chance to work with you over the coming weeks, months, and years. Take good care.
Thank you, Ralph Smith. That was so interesting. And it's, again, just so important to this campaign for grade level reading, to keep our kids reading on grade level. That is like what our entire mission is here and why you are all here this morning. So thank you again for being here. And yes.
Hey, how you doing? I just want to apologize. We've been getting a little beeping going on. Just so you know, it's actually a safety feature. We're constantly being bombarded by temperature lasers to make sure everyone here know with the COVID. You know what I'm saying? So just bear with us with the safety feature. With that, back to you, Riley.
Thanks. That was the beeping, huh? Okay.
Yeah,
Thanks.
that's what I'm saying.
Anyway, like I was saying, so again, thank you all for being here. Your contributions today, being here, this is helping with grade level reading, but also we absolutely have to thank all of our sponsors for helping out with this program and all of the initiatives here that we are doing with the Delray Chamber Education Fund.
We're not going to thank all of our sponsors. We're going to thank a few of them because there's like a bazillion sponsors, but there's some that are
so again,
pretty good sponsors. You know?
This is where we would have an audience cheering. So from your desk,
you guys
from
can
your
cheer
office,
over there,
here, cheer.
everyone. Wait till we announce the sponsors. Don't get ahead of yourself.
All right. So again, please help us thank. We would like to thank PNC Bank. We would love to thank DeCoste Consulting and Associates. We want to thank Central Park Taekwondo. We want to thank Stuart and Shelby. Thank you to All About Florida Homes, Lang Realty. Thank you so much to Marcy and Leona Channon Foundation. Thank you to Center State. And thank you to all of these amazing sponsors. Now we can applaud.
Applaud, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up for the sponsors.
Thank you.
They're making it all possible. That's what I'm talking about.
You know what? They are, but you can make it possible too. You can absolutely, please, again, your ticket is supporting this program, but you can also donate because this is such important work. So you can go to delraybeach.com to donate or write a check. Did they just write a check to the education fund? Yes? Okay, write a check to the education fund. Please, this is such important work, makes such a big difference.
If you want, you could just drive down to Old School Square right now and give me a bag of cash. I'll make sure it gets into the right hand. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah. Thank you,
Why?
Kenny.
I'm not really going to do that. I am not talking about fraud online like that. I would do that in a private message.
Okay. Can I get on with the whole thing? We're running late. 45 minutes. And now we have an amazing speaker coming up. We mentioned a few fun facts at the beginning about the Palm Beach County School District, but to tell you really about the state of what is going on with our schools, we have the man himself.
The myth.
The man, the myth.
The legend.
The superintendent of the Palm Beach County School District, Dr. Fenoy.
Hello, Delray Chamber and guests. Thank you once again for inviting me to take part in this annual event. I appreciate the opportunity to update you on the 2020-2021 school year. I look forward to the day that we can once again meet in person to discuss important issues involving our schools and our community at large. Let's jump right in. The district reopened our campuses to in-person instruction on Monday, September the 21st. It's been a long road getting here. You'll remember COVID-19 forced us to close schools on March 13th and transition to distance learning 1 week later. Over the summer, the district established a health advisory committee, held town hall meetings, and surveyed parents and staff about their preferences about the eventual reopening of schools. We ultimately used all of the information we gathered and formulated a reopening plan. The plan was submitted to the Florida Department of Education and approved in August. The new school year opened in distance learning on August the 31st. Now, with the Palm Beach County in phase 2 of Florida's reopening plan, we will invite students back to our campuses for in-person instruction on September the 21st. At that time, parents who want to send their children back to our classrooms will do so. By contrast, parents who want their children to continue with distance learning will also be accommodated by the district. Our educators will teach both in-person and virtual instruction. It's very important to us that parents have a choice. Parents will also have the opportunity to change their decision at that time. As you can imagine, campuses will look very differently when they reopen. Here's a look at our school campus wellness plan. We have made many modifications to keep students and staff as safe as possible. For example, students and staff must wear facial covering while on campuses and while riding buses. We will also maximize physical distancing where possible. Teachers and administrators have reconfigured classrooms so that students are able to sit 6 feet apart where applicable. We are limiting object sharing in classrooms and throughout campuses. Health-related signage is displayed inside and outside of our school buildings. Air filters with a higher MERV rating have been installed wherever air conditioning design allows. We have enhanced sanitation and increased monitoring of bathroom supplies. Our hallways and stairways are now one-directional, with markings indicating the traffic pattern. In an effort to curtail COVID, we have also added or amended district policies impacting students, staff, and visitors. We have new protocols for children and employees who are experiencing COVID symptoms. They are to stay home when experiencing a fever of 100.4 or higher. If, during routine wellness checks at school, a member of staff suspects a child has symptoms, the student will be isolated until his or her parents pick them up. Visitors will not be allowed on campus without an appointment. As I mentioned, parents who want their children to continue with distance learning also have that choice. Distance learning today is very different from the way it rolled out in the spring. The district devoted the summer to making remote instruction more robust and effective. Teacher expectations are now very clearly defined. Students and teachers in distance learning follow daily schedules. Teachers are live, meeting with students in their Google Classrooms every day. Students are expected to attend every class and complete all assignments. To participate in distance learning, students must have access to a computer and Wi-Fi. The district's goal is to help ensure that they are equipped with both. Over the summer, we worked very hard to increase connectivity. When we pivoted to distance learning last March, we discovered that 10% of students didn't have either a computer, Wi-Fi, or both. We distributed 62,000 computers to students in the spring, and we're in the process of distributing another 80,000. The district has also increased Wi-Fi availability for families by purchasing hundreds of hotspots and through business partnerships with internet providers, the county and other local municipalities. I'd also like to thank our taxpayers for their continued support of our students and our schools. The penny sales tax that was approved in 2016 continues to make an enormous impact improving the infrastructure of our schools. Thousands of students who return to campuses on September 21st will notice those improvements in the way of new construction, replaced or repaired roofs, plumbing upgrades, air conditioning improvements, repaving, and much more. These upgrades will not be possible without the support of our community. Schools today are so much more than the source of education. As a district, we know it is critical to feed the minds and bodies of our students. Since campuses originally closed on March 13th, the district has served our students about 5 million free grab-and-go meals. Feeding sites for grab-and-go meals remain open, and food is available for students enrolled in distance learning and for those who will return to our campuses on September the 21st. I'd like to wrap up my comments by addressing a question that I'm often asked. What can parents and guardians do to ensure that their kids get the most out of this school year? I remind parents that they are their child's first teacher. It's important for parents to encourage their children, especially during distance learning. Parents have to remember that they are not alone, and they should be patient with their children and with themselves. Call your child's teacher with any and all questions. There is a built-in support system for your student. It's also very important to stay in touch with the district. A lot of information is released on a daily basis. Visit our website, palmbeachschools.org. Also follow us on social media and download our mobile phone app. We've also established a helpline for general questions and another for technical questions regarding computers and connectivity. Operators are available in English, Spanish, and Haitian Creole. Thank you again for inviting me to speak with you today. Our theme this school year is Going the Distance Together. Please know that your support of our school district of Palm Beach County is greatly appreciated today and every day.
Thank you, Dr. Fenoy. And, you know, we are celebrating all of the champions today, all the champions of education, our principals, our teachers, our students, but some people we actually didn't mention who are some of the biggest champions, especially these days, are parents who are, you know, stepping up to the plate, becoming their kids' teachers and helping with distant learning. So we cheer you on as well. So thank you, thank you, thank you. So without further ado, we're going to bring on our next speaker. We once again have beamed him in through the Once Upon a Time machine to keep our social distancing. So please welcome the chair of DCEF, Jim Chard, who is going to give us an update about, he came in early.
He missed his cue. We're gonna try it again. I got music for you. Just
We're gonna try it again.
It worked perfectly in rehearsal. Oh wait, we didn't rehearse it.
Oh, we didn't actually rehearse it. Okay, I'm gonna try it one more time. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, the chair of DCEF to give us an update about the Delray Chamber Education Fund. As he gets a little theme music, here he is, Jim Chard.
You know, I think that just goes to prove that a good education opens doors for you.
Nice.
So thank you all for being here. I am Jim Chard, and I am the chair of the Delray Chamber Education Fund. The fund has actually been around for over 30 years. The chamber has been dedicated to education. They realize the importance of that to the businesses in Delray and to the entire city of Delray. But we have recently updated the whole concept, focused it on education, renamed it, have a new terrific board supporting it, and are now engaged in this program to raise funds for the various initiatives that we have. I would like to thank a number of people for this, certainly our board. The board has worked very hard to produce this professional effort that we have here. And literally, months of effort have gone into this for a 45-minute presentation that hopefully you have found very informative and hopefully entertaining as well. The thing that I'd also like to do is thank, of course, all the sponsors. We mentioned we had a bazillion sponsors, I think. It may be one or two less than that, but the city and the businesses and the foundations and not-for-profits in this city really opened their hearts for this, and I appreciate that. I also want to thank all of the participants up here on the stage. Paige Turner, Sarge, Joe Gilly in the back here to make all of this happen. And the great thing about all of this is they have contributed their time, their expertise, and therefore this is essentially a cost-free, expense-free operation, and despite the professionalism of it. Also, this great theater was contributing for our effort. So your funds, your sponsorship goes directly into our programs. I also want to mention a little bit about what we do. You've heard a few times today that grade level reading is important, and I won't repeat what people have said, but we do really need to focus on that, particularly in the time of the pandemic. And those in most need that have the greatest challenges in front of them are unfortunately the ones that have been impacted the most by the pandemic. So grade level reading is our top priority, but we're also interested in workforce preparation and apprenticeship, so that not everybody who is either not ready to go to college or doesn't have college as a career still has an opportunity through our various businesses here in Delray in apprenticeship programs and workforce preparation. We also have initiated a bus shelter system where we wrap our bus shelters in Delray, and we get a win-win proposition. First of all, they are beautified. If you drive down Federal past the Aloft Hotel, you'll see the first one. It's really great. It also gives us another source of funds that people can sponsor those. And finally, it gives funds to the city. I mean, to the schools of the city. We also have the Delray Reads program, which I remind you is just coming up in another month. And we are going to have to reformat that as well to be digital. So we're still working on it. We're not quite sure of the solutions. We may call on Paige Turner again to help us out on that. But there is going to be Delray Reads. We have already started collecting funds for that. And maybe we will not have hundreds of citizens reading to students, but we will have that program. And just in closing, I'd like to thank everyone again, particularly those of you who have participated via the internet and have shown the interest in education in Delray and what we can do in the future. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jim. And yes, we absolutely will be participating in Delray Reads. We have participated in that before, and now digitally, I actually think in some ways it's even more exciting because we can reach even more kids and we can read to them because, once again, when you read, every day is an adventure. So we are almost done, but we still have a few more things coming up, including the raffle. So don't go away. Once again, you do need to be here to win the amazing prizes. We have such awesome things. We have the vacation, we have the Honda Classic tickets, we have the Amanda Porta bag. I'll be giving away my book. But before the raffle, I know why everybody really is here today. You absolutely, I mean, you're really here because you want to contribute to DCEF, but also because you want to be entertained. So once again, I think we might be transporting him this time through the Once Upon a Time machine. We will see. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, please welcome Sarge.
The time machine. I was transported back from a time before there was even language. It was pre-Latin, pre-improvement in reading skills. I'm telling you something. This has been one of the most exciting programs I have ever had the opportunity to not be paid for and be a part of. It's unbelievable. Someone gave me a 50-gallon drum of pennies in the back, and I don't even know where to take them. No, this has just been absolutely exciting. And by the way, we only have 7 or 8 more really, really riveting speeches from doctors, PhDs, baccalaureate scholars, and poets. They're all backstage, and they're all willing to work for free indefinitely. They're over at Starbucks right now getting themselves amped up on caffeine. Well, as a successful member of the education community, as many of you probably know, I had a 4.0 in college blood alcohol level. Yeah, I remember a time back in education, back in the old days when we used to have just a piece of chalk and slate, and I did my homework with Abe Lincoln, and they used to tell you, you better have math or you're never going to get a decent job. Do you remember that one? You got to have math. You better be able to do math. Math is very, very important. Algebra, of course. See, I've always thought math, and if you're a math teacher out there, or if you're someone that does anything with math, you have my sympathy. See, because for me, it was fine. It was all fun and games, adding, subtracting, multiplying, dividing. You have 3 Skittles, and then they take away 2 Skittles. How many Skittles? 1 Skittle. See, it was all fine You take one Milky Way and you shove it into another Milky Way. What do you have? You have two fun-sized Milky Ways that are rammed together. See, but when they started adding letters to the numbers, this is when it got very cruel. See, this is, oh, you better have math. You're never going to get a decent job if you can't do algebra. How much is 2x plus y, Sarge? I said, that equals me mopping third shift at Taco Bell. Had no idea. I went to summer school, and I had a tutor, and they tried to help me with algebra. Didn't help. Next year, they stuck me in geometry, shapes with emotional problems. And they said to me, what's the value of pi, Sarge? This is how I knew I was going to be a comedian. I said, at Denny's, $1.79 unless you add ice cream, in which case it'll be $2.29. See, pi. We all know it's 3.14. I didn't know anything. Geometry. This side is a little longer than that side, and we had protractors. We would throw them. We had the compass. Remember the compass? This was for popping zits. Finally, after geometry, they had trigonometry. Trigonometry, what you get from eating undercooked pork. Couldn't do trigonometry, and this is when they let you use the calculator, and all I did was write things on the calculator and turn it upside down. Finally, they had calculus, who I thought was the leader of Rome after Nero. I had no idea. I am calculus, kneel before me. The worst thing of all maths, okay? This is where they took all of the math pain and wove it into a story. It was called a word problem, and it was a problem. If Larry has a bike, rides it into a wind out of the north-northwest at 3y squared miles per hour. Meanwhile, Phyllis is at the produce market. She's buying plums for $4 a bushel. In the meantime, Dennis leaves Akron, Ohio on Amtrak at 31 mph over the square root of 2ac. How much Zoloft and Prozac is Sarge going to have to shoot into his eye socket with a turkey baster to get out of middle school? I loved it. I loved it when you used to do problems in math and they would say, oh, show me the work. Show me how you arrived at the answer in the show all work section. Don't just put down a number. I'll mark it wrong. I want to see the work. I want to see how your mind doesn't work over here. Show me how you arrived at the answer. So one time, I got a week off from school. I showed them how I arrived at the answer. I put a sketch of me looking over Ann Bristol's shoulder. That's how I arrived at the answer. And if not for Ann Bristol, I would be wearing a safari aviation outfit in front of a really crazily painted set doing shows for free with all kinds of exciting speeches at 8 in the morning. So I hope your Wi-Fi connection has been strong. I hope you win the raffle. I hope you have a wonderful year. I hope that you don't get involved in the mask debate, because there is a big mask debate going on. Wear your mask. It's loving, it's considerate. Thank you for having me.
Woo!
Ladies and gentlemen, Sarge! Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I say next breakfast, we don't talk about anything to do with reading or any. We just have Sarge come on for 45 minutes. I mean, the price is right.
It's about, no, thank you. That was awesome. It's about reading.
About reading.
And grade level reading. Okay. And with
comedy.
that, and again, and celebrating our champions. So thank you, Sarge. Thank you, everybody here. Thank you to Old School Square for hosting us here today and for just being awesome. We love you, Old School Square. And thank you.
Old School Square as an entity, as a person.
Yes.
Hey,
Can I continue?
Companies are people. I don't know what that means.
Okay. We want to thank, again, our principals, our teachers, our students, the event planning committee who put all of this together, our chamber members, all of the guests who are here today. Thank you. And once again, if you can, we would so appreciate it if you can donate, if that's something you're able to do. This is such an important cause, and it stays right here in our community. The funds go right to the schools here in Delray Beach. So it's such an important thing. So if you can, go to delraybeach.com. You can donate there, or you can write a check right to the education fund, and that would be amazing. So thank you.
I have no other money jokes.
No.
We're going to do the raffle.
Do you want to do it with us?
You got to get out of here?
I have a schedule.
I don't have Angel over there going, you've got 1 minute, like Sue's doing to you. She's telling us, cut. All right, let's go.
Yeah, we're getting on with it.
All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's do the 3. Win biggest of the winner raffle.
All right,
Let's do this.
so the very first thing we're going to do is to give away a copy of my book. I will sign it for you. And
That's win small because it's
small.
compact.
It's compact. So this was for the answers with the trivia question. Here we go.
Can I get a drum roll, please?
Here we go, and thank
the
you,
winner
Stephanie.
is
Kim Reckley, right? Is that
Kim Reckley?
Kim Reckley
Ladies
won
and
the book.
gentlemen.
Congratulations.
Kim Reckley, good for you.
All right, so you won the book.
Kim
Put that
Reckley,
right over here.
you're the man. Not really, but you know what I'm saying.
All right.
Now what do we have?
We have the Honda. Oh, are we going to do the Honda Classic? Actually, we're going to start with the Amanda Perna bag. Check out this gorgeous bag.
This is from this one again?
No.
No, it's from the other. we
Wrong.
got 2 hats.
Get 2 hats. That hat.
All right.
Here we go. The Amanda Perna bag. It's beautiful. I love it.
Hey, show the
Can I win?
tassel. Show the tassel.
There is a tassel.
There's a tassel.
Is there anything in the bag?
A tassel! I showed the tassel!
There's a tassel.
Usually
There's nothing actually in the bag.
Paige Turner's trying to keep me in line. We don't need to keep this going down the line.
All right, just pick the name. Pick the
All
name.
right.
Pick the name.
Here we go. And the winner of this $57,000 bag.
It's gorgeous.
No
I
idea how
love
much
it.
it really is.
Well-
Is Stephanie Seibel. Oh!
Yay!
I know her even. I mean, I'm not related. She's not part of the thing. But I can't believe I picked
All
the
right,
name I knew.
put that in the bag.
She's right there! Ladies and gentlemen! And
All right.
I gotta tell you, she's really let herself go.
This is where things go to. Okay, 45 minutes. We're already an hour in.
All right.
Here we go.
And the
I
winner
know,
of
'cause
what
I
is
keep thinking.
this?
This is for the Honda Classic.
Look at all of those. There's a lot
There's
of
a lot of
things in there.
entries. This is for the Honda Classic. 2 tickets for the Honda Classic in March 2021 at the PGA National Resort and Spa.
If it's
Get a
happening for
certificate.
real in March of 2021, we'll see.
It will be.
Probably. You win anyway. Here we go.
Here we go.
And the winner is, drum roll, please. Ezra Krieg. Yay!
Ezra Krieg, you won the
Ezra.
and hopefully everybody is still on, because once again you do need to be present to win. Okay, and now we have the staycation at Delray Sands, and this is for 2 people for a 3-day 2-night stay, including complimentary breakfast at the beautiful Delray Sands Resort. So here we
I gotta
go.
shake it up good.
Just do it. Get it.
I'm
Come on,
shaking
get
it
on
up.
with it.
And the winner, drum roll, please. All right, the winner is. I'm not looking. I'm doing it. I got like 7 of them. Here we go. Oh, the winner, Allison Turner.
No relation to Paige.
No
Turner.
relation to Paige Turner.
Allison Turner, you won the Delray Sands Staycation. Congratulations. Thank
And
you to everybody.
the winner of our leftover catering, bagels and coffee. Forget it.
All right. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. You guys are awesome. We hope you had a good time today. Thank you to everybody here. We are Paige Turner Adventures. And remember...
Oh, you can find out more about us if you go to www.pageturneradventures.com. Now say your thing.
Thank you very much. Remember our motto,
When you read, every day is an adventure. And ladies and gentlemen, that is a wrap on the 2020 Delray Champions of Education virtual breakfast.